Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. And this week we are going into the actual business of sportsbook. This is the lesson that accompanies the exercises you've been doing so far. And I hope you enjoy those exercises, get to know sports betting a little bit better. It's becoming one of the most popular activities you can do within a casino, and especially among your demographic. And it's just blowing up all across the country, and it's making headlines. That's one of the reasons I put that into into this semester and into this course. And again, thank you very much for sticking with me on the redesign of this course. I hope you're enjoying it. So let me take you inside a sports book on a Sunday morning, let's say in October. The NFL is kicking off in about 30 minutes. The room is already full. You've got jerseys everywhere. You got screens lit up. The energy is in the building, and it's going crazy. Now, at the counter, there's a line of guests placing bets, $20, $50, $100, $1,000. But in the back room, there's a risk manager staring at a screen, quietly adjusting numbers that will determine whether the casino wins or loses six figures that day. And that's not uncommon. You see this almost every weekend. Now, here's a part that most people don't understand. The sports book is not trying to predict who wins the game. They're trying to manage you, the gambler. I used to hear this all the time from guests. You guys must really think the Cowboys are going to win today, or the Razorbacks are going to win today, or whoever. No, we really don't care who wins. What we care about is how the money is distributed. The sports book isn't gambling. The sports book is really pricing risk. Now, I'm talking about it from the management standpoint. At Grand Casinos, we'd watch the betting board fill up before a big game. If 80% of the money was on one side, that's not excitement. That's very much a risk exposure. So what do? We move the line. Not because the team got better, but because we needed you to bet the other side. Make sense? Now let's talk about the VIG. You've all seen it. Negative 110 over negative 110. That's not random. That's the casino saying, I'm taking a small cut from both sides. If the book is balanced, we win regardless of the outcome. That's the dream scenario. But here's the truth. It's not always balanced. And when it's not, now the sports book becomes a risk-taking business. Now, not all bettors are created equal. Let me introduce you to two types. And you've seen this one. You probably are this type. You're a casual bettor. That's the first type. They bet for fun. They love the parlays, and I'll talk about those in just a second. They think they're one hit away from greatness and retirement. Now, we love these players. Then you have on the other end of the spectrum the sharp bettor. They are quiet. They are disciplined. They bet with numbers. They bet based on the numbers, not based on the teams. And you can spot these guys if you know what you're looking for. We watch these players a lot. We had a guy at one point, he never talked to you. He was always extremely calm, usually carried a little notebook with him. He'd walk in, he'd placed one bet, and then he'd leave. When he bet, we paid attention because sharp bettors don't guess. They exploit. Now, let's talk about the bets sportsbooks absolutely love. Why do we love these things? Because they are unique and usually long shots for the bettor. That's parlays, same game parlays, or SGPs as they're called in prop bets. The more fun the bet, the better it is for us, the operator. They have lower probability, they have a higher hold, and there's much more engagement. Now, let me give you a couple of examples of this. Same-day parlays and prop bets often center on novelty events such as the Super Bowl, Gatorade shower color, or national anthem length. Believe it or not, yes, you can place bets on how long that national anthem, the singing of the national anthem, will take, or specific in-game occurrences like the tush push, which I thought was a hilarious bet. These bets are often called novelty props. Often the entertainment beyond financial scores is where you really have a good time, including the wagers on things like coin tosses, halftime show mishaps, or player-specific antics. Now, like I mentioned, and this is just a standard one, which is the Gatorade bath color, because you know at the end of the games when they dump the Gatorade, this is a Super Bowl staple bet, and it's often featured long odds for colors like purple or clear. You also have the national anthem time, like I said, betting over and under on the exact duration of the anthem, including how long a singer holds the final note. And then there's the commercial broadcast props, which means will a certain celebrity appear in the first commercial, or how many times will a specific owner be shown? What was it? We had the Taylor Swift prop bet for the longest time. Is if how many times she's going to show up at a Kansas City Chiefs game? Will she show up in the stands and on video? How many times? There was a bet for that. Now, game specific. You've got, like I said, the tush push, which is the quarterback sneak conversion, a player to wear a specific items like no shoes or a safety to occur, those kind of things. Now, there's also the standard one, which is the coin toss, which is simple heads or tails, the ultimate 50-50, and there's absolutely no thought required to make that bet. Now, we'd run promotions around parlays during big games. Guests love them, big potential payouts, exciting, entertaining, and behind the scenes, we knew exactly what that meant for profitability. Now, here's where it gets real interesting. The sportsbook isn't just about betting revenue. A guest comes in, places a $25 bet, then orders wings, drinks beer, stays for 3 hours, brings friends the next week. That $25 bet is just the hook. The sportsbook drives behavior, not just bets. And that's even more real these days as the popularity and the expansion of sportsbook grows. Now, let's be clear. This is a very highly regulated business. Identity verification, responsible gaming, and transparency are all key within the regulatory environment, within the casinos and within the betting operations. The best operators balance profitability, the guest experience, and ethical responsibilities. Now let's zoom out, because this is where students start thinking like executives. The big picture here is Sportsbook connects to marketing, finance, operations, and guest experience. Now, as I've said before, casinos aren't just gaming. They're full-scale hospitality ecosystems. And the sportsbook is one of the most powerful connectors within that system. So next time you walk into a sportsbook, don't just watch the game, watch the system, because the real game is happening behind the counter. So I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about. And if you don't, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to walk you through it and tell you some great stories along the way. So I hope everybody has a good week. Thank you.